let's learn how to do ring rows. We like to use ring rows with all of our clients, regardless of their training age, whether they're new to exercise or they've been training for many, many years. I'll go through the basics of the movement pattern, and then I'll show you how you can both make the movement easier if you're newer to training, or how to progress it so that it's really challenging if you want more of a challenge and you have the ability to do that. So the first thing is that the tool we're going to use are the rings. In both No Days Off Gym and then in Train Smarter and Harder, we have these, they're called rapid rings. They're self-adjusted, so there's a little clip up here at the top. If I press this in, I can adjust the rings up and down based on the height that I want them to be at. So I'm going to set the rings to be about hip or waist height. And to do a ring row, the easiest way to get into the position is to walk back so that there's no slack in the rings. Grab the handles with a strong grip, and then I'm going to walk my feet down to whatever distance puts me at an angle that I'm capable of doing this exercise in. For someone who's newer to this exercise, I'm often going to have them start up at a higher angle versus someone who's a little bit stronger and who has more movement competency. I'm going to have them be at a little bit of a lower angle. You'll notice I have this orange beam here. That's because if you notice your feet are sliding during this movement, these orange beams can provide a nice stopper for your feet. So what you're going to do, you're going to pin yourself on your heels. Your legs and heels are going to be together because that's what's going to help me stay in a nice long position. So my legs are together, I'm squeezing them together, I'm squeezing my hips. This is my starting position. All I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate and row the rings to my chest, getting a nice squeeze in my back at the top, and then I'm going to control myself back down. Row up, control down. Row up, control down. You'll notice as I do this movement, there's no breaking in my hips at all. My body is staying in a straight line from the tip of my heels or the bottom of my heels to the tip of my head. I don't want it to look like this. Okay, I want to stay in a straight line. So this is a ring row. Now, once you can do however many reps you're doing, usually we prescribe these in anywhere between 8 and 12 reps. To make it harder, I'm just going to move my feet further down so that I'm more parallel with the ground, and that's going to make the movement more challenging. At some point, though, you might find, as you get better at these, you're almost as far down as you can get. So if I'm here, the way that I'm going to make it more challenging, I'm going to move these out of the way, is I can do these with my feet elevated. Now, you might not be able to see clearly, but behind this rack, I have a stack of boxes, and I have my rings here. To make this movement really challenging, I'm going to come down and elevate my feet on the box. So now I'm almost on a decline doing this exercise. Again, my legs are together, I'm in a nice straight body position, and I row myself to the rings, and I complete the movement like this. Beyond that, I can make this even more challenging by laying a sandbag across my hips as I do the movement. So those are ring rows. Start with a nice big angle, do anywhere between 8 and 12 reps, and as you get better at them, you can walk your feet down and eventually get to a place where you can do them with your feet elevated. Have fun.